Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Take it at the 37. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Finding some room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 1st down, Drake. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now Taylor on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Slow. Ready.
Now Taylor. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And takes it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Auden Tate, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bengals are in for 6. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Tannehill. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
There you go.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, it's Drake. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He's going to field this at the 4. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vontaze Burfict. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Tannehill going deep here for Still. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Amendola, he was the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, a nice spin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Counter play, Drake, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Hey, 20. Hey, 20.
He'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
It's caught outright, Amendola. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, you got three.
To throw on 2nd down, Taylor. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Keep 15.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's the linebacker, Shea McClellan, with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Tannehill hands to Drake, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Here's Matt Hawk now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there, a 22. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Going deep here for Stills. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Bengals getting set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, Doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. They'll roll him out right. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. To Mixon on first down. Oh, he shifts past him. So he got free at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on first down. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Will put this one through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Cincinnati, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next
you.